Hello and welcome to Tapping Tuesday. This is Dawn. Yes, this week I'm actually doing Tapping Tuesday on Tuesday instead of Wednesday last week. Mercury retrograde was having a little fun with my computer. And so today I thought we would do our tapping demo around dealing person or someone who's just, like an egomaniac, whether it's in your personal, hopefully you don't have this person in your personal life, or your professional life. And this happened to a client recently that she was having to deal with a really difficult person during a business transaction, and it was really upsetting, and it was very she got angry. She got frustrated. The person was like yelling at her, and it was just completely not necessary, especially in that in her business, in her professional manner, to have to deal with someone like this. And so anyway, I thought we would tap on that because I thought it was such an interesting topic. And, of course, if you are agreeing to tap along, and I encourage you to do so, whether you're watching live or on the replay, that just knowing that you're taking responsibility for your own well-being. And why do I say that? Why is it important to be responsible for your own well-being? Because all of us, we go through life. I believe that we're souls having a human experience in this 3D time-space reality that we call life. And so just knowing, though, that you are responsible for your own well-being. No one else can do the work for you. You can't do the work for someone else. You can't force that egomaniac or that narcissist, whether it's in business or your personal life, to change. They have to do their own work, just like you are responsible for doing your own work. And if you're new to tapping, I encourage you to pause the video and watch the video that says where the tapping points are. But okay, so just go ahead and think about that person, whether it's in your personal or your business or professional life. And that person that just, pushes buttons, whether a narcissist or not. And, really a narcissist is sort of the over the top, self-important, entitled, lacking empathy, arrogant, bully, basically. It's someone who's a bully. And so just go ahead and, think about that situation or that person that you've experienced. And what we're doing is we're learning this tool to regulate our own nervous and immune system, so that next time you're presented, hopefully not, with a person who does present this type of tendencies, then you'll have a tool to calm down your own nervous system in the moment, or immediately afterwards. So just thinking about that person on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest. For my client, this was probably about a 10. It was pretty intense, her having to deal with this narcissist, and her getting really angry and frustrated about it, that she also was allowing it to let it get to her. Okay, so let's start tapping, and wherever you're at is fine. It's just, getting a baseline of where we're starting and where we're ending. And of course, if this is an ongoing person in your life, you may need to tap on this longer, or if you're still charged, holding that charge for what happened, then you may need to continue to tap. Okay, so starting in the cry trap point. Even though I had to deal with this egomaniac narcissist, and I was so angry, and this person really pissed me off, and I was so frustrated that I was taking it so personally, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I had to deal with this really difficult person, and they yelled at me, whatever it is that applies to you, and they really just ruined my day. And I don't want to give them that power. I want to be able to control and regulate my own nervous system. And either way, I deeply and completely honor and accept myself. Even though I had to deal with this narcissist at work, and so glad that business transaction is done with. such a relief that I won't have to deal with this person again. But it really upset me. And I took it personally. And I know that I need to be responsible for my own well-being. So moving forward in the future, I choose to be calm and relaxed. And I choose to remember that it's not about me at all. I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Okay, now we're going to do the tapping rounds on the tapping points inside of the eyebrow. Having to deal with this narcissist egomaniac. Side of the eye, he was really mean to me. Under the eye, and yelled at me. Under the nose, and I'm so thankful I don't have to deal with this person again. Chin point, but it really made me angry. Collarbone, I could feel my blood boiling. Under the arm, and my heart rate racing. Under the chest, and I'm really upset that I gave him that power. Wrist points, dealing with this narcissist egomaniac. Top of the head, it made me so frustrated and angry. Inside the eyebrow, and I allowed it to ruin my day. Side of the eye, and I even tried to shake it off. Under the eye, but I didn't have the tools to do so. Under the nose, but I know that I'm now learning a tool. Chin point to help me regulate in the future. Collarbone, and hopefully I don't come along or come across more narcissists and egomaniacs in my life. Collarbone, under the arm, but if I do, under the chest, I choose to not take it personally. Wrist points, I choose to remember that my karma is mine and theirs is theirs. Top of the head, and that someday it will come back and bite them in the butt. Inside of the eyebrow, and I choose in the future, should this happen again, to be relaxed. Side of the eye, I choose to not take it personally. Under the eye, I choose to let it roll off my back. Under the nose, I choose to stay calm. Chin point, I choose to take my power back. Collarbone, and I choose to claim my power against this narcissistic egomaniac. Under the arm, I choose to shower them with kindness. Under the chest, because that is within my power. Wrist points, I choose not to stoop down to their level. Top of the head, and I choose to be calm, relaxed, and claim my power over this other person. Okay, so take a deep breath. Exhale. One more time, inhale through your nose. And exhale. Just remembering that you have control and choices over your response. So take a breath. If you do come across this type of person in the future, take a deep breath, do some tapping. If you're on the phone with this person, just start tapping. If they're in person, excuse yourself. Don't engage in the conversation and just remove yourself from that situation if you can. And so hopefully this helped. Thank you guys for watching, and feel free to keep tapping if you still do notice that there is a charge For me in the situation, kind of tapping surrogately for my client's situation, I would say that I'm down to maybe like a 2 or 3. So you could keep tapping down so you get it down to a 1 or a 0. It might take a couple of tapping sessions to do that, depending on how severe and recent the situation was for you. But thank you for watching Tapping Tuesday. Make sure that you, subscribe, follow me for more Tapping Tuesday videos every Tuesday, at least through the rest of 2022, and have a wonderful rest of your day. And please feel free to drop a comment or DM me with any questions. Thank you. Bye.